Howdy folks, and welcome back to some more World of Tanks with General Tucky, and today we're following kenzomm as he plays in a tier 10 match on Tundra North Spawn. 5 tier 10s per team. And he's in his happy little Russian, happy little Soviet Doom machine, I guess we'll call it. He decides to start things off by heading over to the hill, a fairly reasonable spot for a tank like this to go to. Looks like he has a crap ton of support, and honestly, I think this is a fairly good spread, because about half the team went down the 1-2 line, and the other half went down the, over to the hill. That's not a horrible spread. I mean, it would be nice if somebody had gone into the middle area to, by his cap, but it's not really necessary. I guess to spend some time here just picking on same tier tanks and making it look easy. And unfortunately, the enemy team has 2 Grill 15s and a STRV-103B. Those aren't fun tanks to have to fight. In patch 9.20, I believe it is, the T-54 is actually getting a turret armor buff, and that's not the game changer. The game changer is something they'll reveal in a video that I'll do for patch 9.20 part 2. They play around with the T-54 a bit more. They're not really making it worse of a tank. They're just playing with it. I'll leave it at that. T110E5. That was a good idea, until you remember that they have 3 tier 10 tank destroyers. And once you remember that, you realize he just sacrificed himself for no reason. I believe that T-54E1 has the small gun because the big gun is supposed to be a lot longer than that. At this point, Ken and this guy could stay here. They could fight off this Centurion and then fight off the tank destroyers. They could. Is that the right choice? Probably not. I mean, the best thing to do would be lure him back and have these STRVs up here help them out and kill them. That'd be all Humpty-Dory and fun la-di-da-da-da if the 1-2 line weren't failing and being overrun. That's when you get faced with hard decisions. Right now, both teams have lost over half their hit points, but they've only killed 5 people from each team. Unfortunately for Ken, his team has lost 3 out of 5 of their tier 10s. The enemy team has lost nothing but tier 9s. Not something that's going to impact them too heavily. Full health Grill 15s are never fun to have to deal with. Ken doesn't stick around long enough to get shot by that T-30, probably a wicked good decision. Unfortunately though, there is a Grill 15 coming up here, and he probably could have had a shot on him. The Grill's actually a taller turret, but he was not poking up that far. Somewhere there's a T-95 lurking around here. He hasn't been spotted yet. It's really not a good situation. Both the STRVs that were up on top of the hill, which would have been an amazing position had they been able to keep that position, because it's an incredible spot if you can stay alive up there. Problem is, they must have made a mistake and got themselves killed. That greatly impacted the chances of losing this battle. Now Ken has to push forward into the jaws of enemy tanks, which is never fun, never really all that great of an idea. But it's something that had to be done, otherwise he'd be picked off from the rear. I don't know how he hit that shot on the Yag Tiger, but it worked. Now he's in a pretty decent position. He gets to pick on them. They don't have that great of a chance of doing anything to him. Takes out the Yag Tiger. Now he's got the grill to deal with. Unfortunately, the enemy has come off the hill and are now advancing on him. Which unfortunately puts him in a very bad situation where he has to push this guy. Even worse than that, the T-95 shows up and tracks him, causing him to take that hit, which probably caused this battle to take an extreme turn for the worse. Now he gets to have fun and practice his dancing lessons with the T-95. I mean, you want to talk about farming hit points. Find a T-95 out in the open with no support. You'll do plenty of farming. Unfortunately, not all of his shells were able to be fully effective. And the guy had an auto extinguisher, so that didn't exactly help. And T-95 is not a fun tank if you wind up having to auto aim at it. Doesn't really give you many good angles to shoot at. And well, now he's got he has a full health or half health Centurion 7/1 to deal with, and a full health Grill 15. If they weren't right on top of him right now, things probably would have went better than they did, because they didn't go too well. That battle, Ken was able to pick up an ace tanker, bruiser, duelist, fighter, fire for effect, and a high caliber. He was top for damage, kills, and third for experience on either team. Not bad considering it was a loss. He was fired 24 shells, 22 hit, 19 went through, did 5,924 damage, received 6 enemy hits, 9 went through, 1 did not. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 8, killed 4, and after taxes, many taxes, he pocketed about 6,500 silver. Congratulations, Ken, on the ace. Sorry for the loss. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.